everyone. Welcome to the Lauren Blackwell channel. The way that Kanye West disrespects the mother of his children has become such a casual thing to him that he does it on a daily basis at this point. He doesn't even care anymore. And I know that he's going through stuff, but it's almost as if he's having fun with this whole thing. So I have a clip of Kanye West talking about how he regrets having children with Kim because Kim was an assistant, and he made it seem as if she was the help and he should have had children with the boss instead. And he was referring to Paris Hilton. I'm gonna post the clip here, but I just wanted to say that he talked about how Paris Hilton, Paris Hilton's family has all of these hotels, and if he had had children with Paris Hilton, he would have been in essence, he was saying he would have been part owner of those hotels. He would be staying in the hotels, and it would have been a more prestigious thing for him to have had children with Paris Hilton instead. This is the clip.
You know, Kim was Paris Hilton's assistant. I should have had baby with Paris Hilton over Kim Kardashian. You guys, could you imagine if I had kids with Paris Hilton, how many hotels I have now?
You have the whole
You
world.
get what I'm saying? Think about that. Think about that. The Hilton. You know, the Hilton. Because I think y'all staying in the Hilton right now. The Edition Hotels is a Hilton. You know what I'm saying? And Paris Hilton had the vision, and then that's what happened. Kim was like the Virgil. Kim was like Paris Hilton's Virgil. And that's what happened. If you like Arnold Schwarzenegger and you have a kid with a nanny, the nanny only power is to take your kids. So Kim's only power is to take my kids. I had a baby with a assistant, bro. And then put her on Vogue. Then put her on Vogue, bro. You can't put no assistant on Vogue, bro. That's exactly Bernardo know that, and it's king time now, bro. No more assistants, no more hugs.
And so he is basically wishing that he did not have any children with Kim because Kim did not have the status that he would prefer for his wife to have. He talked about how he was the one who helped Kim get on Vogue, and basically he's trying to say that he got Kim to where she currently is, and she raised her standards in the eyes of everyone, basically. And isn't it crazy how everyone acts as if only women are hypergamous, but it's obvious that these men do the same thing. They trade up a lot of the times, and they act as if they don't use women like step ladders to get to where they want to be. But a lot of men actually think this way. When Kanye West was with Amber Rose, initially, Amber Rose was like this mysterious girl. Nobody knew about her. They didn't know her story. She used to be very quiet. She was really pretty. She had a very unique way of presenting herself with her hairstyle. And everyone just did not know who she was. And she was very pretty, right? So Kanye West almost wore Amber Rose like a second skin. If you look at the pictures, it's almost eerie. When you see it, you can't unsee it. It's the way that he poses with certain women that he is with, and you just know. Like, you know when Kanye is posing with a girl that he thinks of as someone he can use to elevate himself versus a girl that he doesn't think that of. And you can see a huge difference. When he poses with Amber Rose, he's positioned in a very strange way where you just know that he is using her image to generate more clout for himself. So Amber Rose used to be useful to Kanye until she wasn't. And then he moved on to Kim Kardashian. And he did the same thing with Kim. Yes, I know that he did help her with certain things, but Kim was already known, well known, before Kanye started to date her and have a relationship with her. So I don't know that he can say that he put her on. I think her tape with Ray J was what put her on. But yeah, that's the way he wants to portray it, that it was his presence in her life that put her on. I will say though that he did elevate her, especially her style. And, in the entertainment industry, your style can either elevate you or keep you a nobody. And her new style really did elevate her. The way that she started to present herself after she got together with Kanye, but that does not mean that he put her on. She was already well known. So he moved on to Kim. At the time, he made it seem as if he thought a lot of Kim. He made a statement in an interview where he said that after he left Amber Rose, he had to take 30 showers before going to Kim. Very disrespectful. It's like he cannot just leave the previous girl and move on to the next one without tearing them down to make them look like they were less than what he thought of them when he was with them. Even though that is clearly not the case. He thought a lot of Amber Rose when he was with Amber Rose. And then he saw Kim and he climbed up to Kim because at the time, Kim was considered, I guess, a few steps up the ladder higher than Amber Rose. Kim was not a dancer, her family background was more honorable. Even though some of her actions in the spotlight weren't, she was still considered higher up, especially since she's not black. Yeah, there's that. And now that he has decided that his relationship with Kim is no longer what he wants it to be or no longer beneficial to him, he's now tearing her down and lifting up someone else. He always does this. It's a pattern with him. And then he decided to be with Kim. I remember at the time there was a lot of talks about him wanting to be a power couple the same way Jay-Z and Beyonce were power couples. And so for him, going from Amber Rose, that was a dancer, to Kim Kardashian, whose dad was an attorney, to him, he was trading up at the time. He was not thinking about Paris Hilton. He was not attracted to Paris Hilton. At least he has never said that before. And so he did trade up actually in his mind. And now he's wishing that he traded up even further by choosing Paris Hilton instead of Kim and regretting who you had your children with, as if those children would exist if Kim wasn't in the picture. Those children wouldn't exist. He would still have children, but it wouldn't be the children that he has now because those children are part Kim. And it's just crazy how he takes the thing that's supposed to be the most sacred thing and just tears it down and makes it, he paints things in such a negative light that he just makes everything so toxic. And it's really sad how he has decided to go down this path. I hope he finds redemption someday, but it's crazy for the father of your children to come out and say as publicly as he is saying this, that he regrets having children with you. And he wishes that he didn't have a child with, essentially he's referring to Kim as the help, which is basically what he's doing. And he wished he had a child with the boss instead of the help. Crazy. Anyway, I just wanted to post this and just highlight how not only women are hypergamous, men do this too. They trade up all the time if they think it will improve their living situation or their financial situation or their business relationships. A lot of men do this. The only difference between men and women when they do this is that society sees when women does it, they call her a gold digger, and she is marrying for money, and she's not thinking about love. She's not a real woman. She's a modern feminist, and all of these nasty words that they like to refer to hypergamous women as. But when a man does it, he's trading up, he's elevating himself, and everybody kind of understands, because when you're in a different level in life, it makes sense for you to upgrade your friends because you can't take everyone with you. You know, we've heard all of these things that people say where they come online and give sound bites of stuff that they've heard elsewhere and they regurgitate it. It's always more favorable, right? When the man does it, but it's really the same thing. Everybody is trying to elevate themselves in life, and people are going to pair up with whomever they think will get them there. The only problem is you can do it without tearing down the previous person you were with, or without making it seem as if that person did something so horrible. Sometimes relationships just don't work. Like with this Kanye issue, I think what triggered him is the fact that Kim is trying to keep him away from the kids because of certain factors, and he's not taking that very well. So he has resorted to trashing her at every given opportunity. It's a sad situation. So, yeah, that's all I have on this. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.